everybody. Today I am bringing you this layout, and it is multiple photos from my stepson and daughter-in-law and grandson's little trip to a local park and hiking area. So today I thought I'd do a two-page Tuesday just because I have so many photographs to do. And I'm going to use largely the Simple Stories Hello Fall collection here with embellishments from a couple of other places. And I'm going to use that yellow plaid paper from Simple Stories Hello Fall. It's called Autumn Delight, and that will be my background. And then I'm going to use this strip of blue floral paper called Falling for You. And when I first did this, I was kind of thinking about using it just kind of like it is. But that's going to change, because it always does, doesn't it? Or it often does. I wanted something in between the two photos there at the two 4x6 photos, or almost 4x6 photos there, and I used that Autumn Day cut apart. That is from the Hello Fall 4x6 vertical journaling elements. And it's really a square, but I'll make it work. So I wanted to separate those because the two photos on the far left are my grandsons in leaves, and then it was a family photo on the right. So I'm trying to kind of separate that. So here's where I'm thinking about changing things up a little bit. I decided I wanted something else probably on the background of underneath the two 4x6 photos and the perfect autumn day cut apart there. I played around with the color there a little bit and decided on that rust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten up the banner on this side so that it looks, or the piece on this side, so it looks kind of like a banner, so that I can get the rust colored paper under it without taking up all that yellow plaid background, because I like the yellow background a lot. And in order to do that, I'm needing to glue my photos down so I understand how the sizes are going to work here. And so I cut that one photo down. Well, I shouldn't say I didn't cut it down. I cut it part way, so it's part on one page and part on the other. And really, the piece that's on the other page isn't very important. It just extends the photos across. So now I'm going back and I'm thinking what I might do is leave it long on the right side, but I'll play with that a little bit just to see. So there's my kind of rusty colored floral paper there, and that's from Hello Fall, and that is called Warm and Cozy. So now I'm trying to decide how big do I want it. Do I want a piece sticking out from underneath the banner there? And I decide yes to that because I kind of like how the rust paper is setting off that blue banner. So I'm looking at this and thinking about it a little bit, kind of using my hand to sort of eyeball. I put that little sticker there because I want the sticker to extend off the rust colored paper just a little bit. So that's going to determine like how long or how wide the rust colored paper on that side is. And when I decided to do that, I determined that I wanted to cut the banner down on the right side so that it was even with the rust colored, or not quite even, but close to even with the rust colored paper. I have a little bit of a reveal there. Goodness, it sounds like I've been drinking wine and I have not had any to drink. So you'll see more of this, but I'm on an eating program and had lost quite a bit of weight. It was time. I started running and eating right. Some of which you've seen September 1st. And so the wine is not as plentiful in my life because it's extra calories. So now I'm tapping. I've gotten the rust paper cut down on both sides, and I'm tapping that space on the far left there. That's because it's a large space. And I was going to call this layout A Perfect Autumn Day, but I'm thinking maybe I need to do a title on that far left side. But I'm going to think about that. while I ink up my pieces here and start getting everything glued down, or at least everything that I know, because right now I have the main bones of the layout down, which would be the large chunks of pattern papers and those kinds of things. And I'm using Vintage Photo Distress ink here. I've had that for a long time. That's the same brown that Chamel often uses. And I'm just kind of, I'm eyeballing everything here. So I kind of butt the papers up against each other so I know kind of where things go. And I'm only going to ink 3 sides of these papers because I don't want to ink where they join, because that, you want to visually pretend that that's together. Although I do use D-ring albums, so obviously you'll be able to tell they are not together because there'll be a large space in between them. But I know some people will sew their page protectors together if they have 2 pages, because that helps keep them kind of together. I don't do that. I move my layouts around too much until I'm finally finished with the year. I suppose I could then, but at that point it seems, I don't know. I just don't want to do it. Too much work. I want my albums to be pretty flexible if I can help it. All right, so that's all looking pretty good to me. It's just, again, I want to overlap that yellow paper, the rust paper, and the photos, and the blue paper with that sticker that says "Every day is a blessing." And that, I've talked about this multiple times before, and the reason I want to do that is because it helps bring things together on the layout when you have multiple items, or items touching multiple things on your layout. So I'm just futzing with this card a little bit now, and obviously it's extending over, but this is an easy way to get that to the right size for me. All right, so now the other thing I'm looking at is I put the Every Day is a Blessing sticker down. I don't like that way that rust color is showing at the top of that card, the square card that says "A Perfect Autumn Day." So I'm going to fix that in just a minute. And I did not realize this, and I feel awful, but until just now, but you're not seeing the bottom as I embellish this. I got my camera a little bit too far down. So what I did there is I put a sticker on there from Bella Boulevard that says "There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy." Oh, there we go. Now you can kind of see the bottom at least. And that sticker is from the Thankful Alpha and Bits, Thankful being the collection. And then I took those 2 wood leaves from Lawn Fawn, and I'm going to put them on the side. So I'm kind of playing around with what do I do here. I had pulled some of these wood leaves before, knowing I wanted to get them used on this layout. And then when I was looking at the sticker sheet for other things I could do, I saw these trees, which I've had and I like, but have been really hard for me to use. And I thought, oh my gosh, that would take up a really nice amount of space on that side, and I wouldn't have to change my idea about what I want my title to be. And then I had that autumn wood veneer from Elle's Studio, and I put that on top of those trees. So the tree stickers came from the Simple Stories Hello Fall combo cardstock stickers. And then that autumn again is from Elle's Studio. It was just in a collection of fall words. And then that little leaves wood veneer circle is also from Elle's Studio, from another one of their collections. And now I'm deciding that I definitely want a piece of paper in a different color up at the top there. And so I just inked the edges, and that green paper there is just a little bit of a scrap, but it is called Celebrate Fall, and that's from Simple Stories Hello Fall. So I kind of like that because I don't have that green paper anywhere else, but the green does appear in that large tree on the left. So that kind of helps bring those two things together. And I'm going to add some final embellishments that'll bring in some more green as well too. And now I just like the way visually that that looks like a photo block up there, I guess, a whole block. All right, so now I'm going to stick down my leaves here. So those leaves are from again, from Lawn Fawn. And then I have a brad up there that's black that says Give Thanks. And that is from the Simple Stories Hello Fall adhesive brads. So they don't have backings on them, they're just adhesive, which is really awesome because you don't have to poke holes. And then I found that little tiny sticker that says A Great Day to kind of add into that cluster. So there's 3 elements there. I just like the way they look when you have 3. And that's from the Bella Boulevard Thankful Alpha Plus Bits. So Thankful again being the collection, which is a couple years old, I believe. So now I've just put my ATG on the autumn sticker. And I'm looking to see if I can add any more brads in here, and I didn't find any that I particularly liked to add. So now I did find that other sticker there, and that one says Give Thanks, and so I put that on. I'm playing around a little bit with how I'm going to put these on. There's another sticker that was up there, and that one says Happiness, so I was playing around with which one was going to go where, and those again are from the Thankful Alpha Plus Bits. And I had looked at a couple of things on sticker sheets that I thought I really would like to use, and I just stuck them on my mat above there so that they were there for me to use in embellishing and that I didn't forget where they were. All right, so now I need to think about bringing in some color here, and I'm going to do that with enamel dots, and that's the Hello Fall enamel dots. So I'm going to use blue and rust and green, and I'm going to just add them into places. Oh, and there's also like a goldy yellow that I use too that need some of that particular color. So that's how I said I'm going to bring in the wood there, or not the wood, the green. So I've scattered some green enamel dots around. By the way, the small leaf that's on the Everyday is a Blessing is also from the Lawn Fawn leaves too. I forgot to tell you that before. I'm thinking about that now as I'm sticking enamel dots to different things. Now I want to add the words Lapham Peak down below my A Perfect Autumn Day title there, because that's the place where they were. And I don't know if that's going to be important to them in the future, but it would just be kind of nice for them to say, oh yeah, that's right, that was the day we went to Lapham Peak. I was originally going to do something about like Autumn Day at Lapham Peak, and then I found that card and decided it was a great way to separate the 2 photos. So then my title idea changed a little bit. And that's kind of cool the way those kinds of things happen and our designs evolve. I definitely let that happen as I am scrapbooking. So those letters are very old. Those little mini block letters are very old. They are from Authentique. And I think it was a collection called Celebrate, which was an interesting black, white, red, and teal birthday collection. I won it years ago, and I still have some of these little stickers, alpha stickers left. I don't have any of the rest of the collection left. I keep my mini letter stickers like this. Usually I keep them separate from the collection itself. I might for a while until I have the collection mostly used up keep them with it, but when it gets close, then I start to pull them out and apart. All right, and what I'm looking for there is I need to MacGyver a letter here. I didn't have 2 E's, so I took an F, or I didn't have an E, so I took an F, and I just used my white gel pen to put the E there, and it looks really good. So there's the still shots, couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!